Start your engines, it's about to go down. Checkered flag dreams, I'm the queen of this town. Neon lights, yeah, they shine on my face. Streaming live, serving speed, giving full tilt grace. Left, right, swerving, you know I don't lack. Tires screaming, but I never fall back. Catch me in the games as they shoot their shot, but I'm married to the game, maybe that's my fun. Slay track, turbo boost, yeah, eat no snack. Rainbow racing, you know I don't drag, but the fit is so fierce, color cocked your flag. Slay the track, watch me leave 'em in the dust, never coming in last. Yeah, I'm turning these laps, turning these looks, baby, I'm looking at shook. My check, living for the T. Girl, did you see that ass? Yeah, that's on me. Shifting in gears like I shift through these reeds. Hey, stay pressed, they all in the ring. One hand on the wheel, other to my crown, fast like a race, and I'm running it down. Lifetime legendary, yeah, I'm breaking the mold, and I do it all in heels and gold. Slay the track, no shell can hold me back. I'm a rocket and I'm a star, queen of the pack, and when I cross that line, yeah, it's giving it impact. Slay the track, catch me moving in circles, catching that bag. Yeah, I'm turning these laps, turning these looks, baby, I'm looking at shook. Mic drop.
about 2 laps of fuel. Have about 1 lap of fuel left. Pit box in 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here. Go, go, go! Okay, go. All clear. Punch it. We're done. Get going. Move it, move it. Go, go, go!
I got hot sauce in my bag. Swag.
Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. just doing some testing, try to figure out timing for how long it takes to fill up fuel and add tires for the 2-hour race tomorrow. All right, I think it was about 35 seconds to get full fuel. Or no, I'm sorry. 35 seconds to get 4 tires. And that's about 17 or so gallons of fuel. So if I'm going to be taking more than 17 gallons of fuel, I should take tires. So I need to figure out, I also need to do a test to see how long it takes to get just like left side tires. And then maybe also like just one left front. I also need to set up a windshield wipers. That seemed like it was a bit hot. All right, so we're getting 4 tires and a full tank of gas. So let's see how long this takes. If it's longer than 35 seconds, well, we'll just see. We'll see when the gallons whenever the car drops, that's how many gallons I can fill up and get all 4 tires changed. Should be soon. Okay. So yeah, about 16 gallons. So 16 gallons.
Okay, go.
If I'm going to be fueling 16 gallons, I can take all 4 tires. I need to like write all this down. So GT4 Merc, 4 tires takes Around 35 seconds. All right, so 4 tires is about 35 seconds, which is equivalent to 16 gallons of fuel. All right, now I should be able to set this to replace just a couple of tires to see how long that will take. So let's try to back up and see if it'll let me do that and not like freak out. All right, so then this way I can replay. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that, but that's why I wanted to back out of the pit stop. All right, so this would be for just, is it gonna even let me? Okay, so this is just for 2 tires, for left side only. Is it just gonna be, okay, about 14 seconds for left side only, 14.5 seconds for left side only. All right, so now I should be able to, let's take our gas all the way down to 1.3. And then now I need to time about 15 seconds worth of gas. So let's just see how long it takes. Or I mean, let's see how many gallons we can get in 16 seconds. Okay, so about 8.5 gallons.
Go, go, go!
I don't know why I don't know why I did 16 seconds when it should be just 15 and or 14 and a half. All right, we're looking for 15 and a half here. I'm sorry, 14 and a half seconds. And now about 7.5 gallons.
That's it, go!
So, theoretically, if I'm going to be filling up, let's just call it 8 gallons, right? Or maybe even 7, but whatever. At least 7.5 gallons of fuel, then I could take left side tires, I think. I think that's how that works. As I'm assuming that, like, everything happens at the same time, which I think it does, like, based on my just coming into the pit stop just a second ago. Like, it's not like they put the tires on and then fill the fuel. Everything happens at the same time. So my calculation should be correct, like, or at least, you know, ballpark, which is all I need. I'm not gonna be like winning this race and it requiring this like ultimate like precise pit stopping. Okay, but now I do want to see, I didn't mean to do that. I need to see like just the left front. All right, so let's see how long it takes to do just the left front. Oh, okay, only 8 seconds for one tire. Eight seconds for one tire. And then if I go back down into fuel, let's see how long it takes, or see how many gallons we get in 8 seconds of fuel. And about, oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. Dang it.
Go, go, go!
Oh, also I wasn't taking into account that I had like 1.3 gallons in the tank, was I? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so there's 1.3 right now. Eight seconds is at, let's see, right there, like 4.8. Okay, so let's see here. 4.8, 8 seconds.
Move it, move it.
I can't remember all this at once. I'm like blanking. Okay, so to get one tire, it's about 5 gallons of gas. At 5 gallons minus, so about 4.5 gallons. Let's just say 4.5 gallons.
That's it, go.
Okay, so now this one should technically be, if I started with 1.3, it's interesting that one tire takes 8 seconds, 2 tires takes 14.5. Well, that's about, that makes sense, I guess. and then it just takes a significant amount of time to get from 2 tires to 4, because 14.5 times 2 would be 29, and it takes about 35 seconds, which is kind of weird, but okay, so this technically is probably going to be 6.2 or so. But don't you worry, we will be testing again. Why is like my insert key on or something? Okay, so we're gonna crank up the fuel. We're gonna do just left side tires, and it should take around 14.5 seconds, and we're gonna see how many gallons we have, how many gallons we've filled. Okay, so whenever car drops, that's going to be the time. And then I need to look at gallons and then take off 1.3. So let's see here. So about 13.5 seconds and about 7.2 or 3, which I think is what I had written down. So 7.3, so 6 gallons in about however many seconds. Why is it so hard to remember these numbers?
Go, go, go!
All right, let's see if it's like 14 or whatever seconds.
All clear, punch it.
Okay, so 14 seconds. $14 seconds and 6.2 or so gallons of fuel. Okay, so now let's back out. Let's go back, drop down to 1.3 gallons. Let's try all 4. Okay, so when the car drops, I need to look at seconds and gallons. And I'm just going to remember those two. Make it easy. I'll do the math later. I mean, it's only subtracting 1.3, but still, I just need to remember the numbers. So this should be around 36 seconds, I think. And then I'll just look at gallons. Should be almost there. Okay, so 36 seconds and about 17.5 gallons.
We're done. Get going.
Okay, I think that's it. I think that's right. So if I fuel for If I need 5 gallons of fuel, I can take 1 tire. If I need a little bit over 6 gallons, or like, let's just say 6. If I need 6 gallons of fuel, I can probably take 2 tires and I'm not gonna get affected that much. I can take 4 tires if I fuel 16 or more gallons. Okay, all right. I think we're good, but I'll be right back. Okay, back. Okay, so let's go out and come back in and add 16 gallons of fuel and change 4 tires and see what happens. But it should be fine. Like, they should both finish around the same time. Like, it shouldn't hold me up too much to get 4 tires if I need 16 gallons of fuel. All right, so first up, 4 tires, and then we are going to add 16 gallons of fuel. Also, I wonder if there's a incremental, like you could hold a button to make this go quicker. I'm not gonna need this, I don't think, during the race. I don't think it really matters, but I'm just kind of curious. Crew chief should handle my fuel for me, so I don't think I need to really do anything on that front. I just need to know the numbers so that when I see how much fuel is going to be added, then I know what tires I need to change. Also curious kind of like how many laps. All right, so I should get 16 gallons, all 4 tires, and everything should be just fine. When I'm done fueling, I should be able to go. Or when the car drops, it should be pretty close to being done with the fuel as well. So it's going to be about 30 some seconds. I do need to run some laps and see what my average, how much gas I use per lap, and kind of give me an idea of how many laps I'm going to get on a full tank. And then figure out how many laps are going to be in the race.
We're done. Get going.
Yeah, so that seemed pretty close. Like, I think it's at least a good ballpark. I could bump that. I could bump my calculations up a little bit. So like, if I need 17 gallons, then take 4 tires, then I would know for sure that I'm not overlapping and wasting too much time. Okay, so let's assume. Let's see, does this even does this even work, right? Like if I were to bump all this up to 25, will it tell me the correct amount of laps that I'm gonna get with this full tank? Like it says 45.8 laps. Let's just assume it's 45 laps. 45 laps is, if they're a minute 20 seconds each. Let's just, it's like 80. Let's just do 80, like 3 seconds a lap. So 83 times 4.8. So to run 45 laps at 83 seconds a lap, it takes 35 seconds, which is in minutes, would be divided by 60. So I'm going to be able to run about 60. Or wait, that's in minutes. My tank is going to last me an hour, basically, is what it comes down to, if that usage is correct. So that means that I'm only going to be pitting 1 time, and I'm going to be pitting and filling up the tank pretty much the full way. So therefore, I should be able to take all 4 tires. Easy as that. Like, that's it. Now, the question is if, you know, if something happens and I have to pit like outside of the window, that's another question. So I guess we'll just kind of have to deal with that, you know, as it happens. I'm thinking of putting like a note. I could put a note in my headset that lets me know all this stuff. I wonder if there are any like overlays that like you can add notes to or something like that. Show possible stint length in laps. I wonder what that means exactly. I mean, I know what it means. It means how long you're going to be able to run, how many laps you're going to be able to get on your tank. But how does it figure that? Like, where does that come from? And also, like, I don't see it on, I don't see it on the fuel overlay down there. Maybe I have to like go or something. But also maybe it has something to do with like, maybe it only shows if you're in like an actual session. All right, let's run a few laps and just see how much fuel I use and see if we were close to that original number. This will at least tell us how many gallons we're using per lap. And then we can use that to kind of figure out how many laps total we're going to get on a full tank if those other calculations weren't right. Like this one, the 45 lap estimation, like I don't know if that's actually correct or not, so we'll see. Yeah, there's nothing on the overlay regarding any stint, so Nurse, what's up? So we're doing fuel calculation runs and tire changing and fuel adding to see how long it's going to take in a pit stop. I'm probably way overthinking this, but also I need to know this anyway, like down the road, like, so I'm curious about it. But basically I'm figuring out, depending on how much fuel I'm going to add to the car, what does that mean in terms of tires? Like, can I add 4 tires, 2 tires, or just 1? Oh, nice. I'll hop in and watch here in a little bit. I'm not really doing anything. I'm just testing some things out. So it still hasn't given me a calculation on my laps, but maybe I haven't done a full lap yet, right? We'll see here if it registers. Ah, yeah, it did. Okay, so it's saying I'm using a half a gallon. A half a gallon per lap. And there's a 20.5 gallon tank. So that's 41 laps. And how much did it, how much did it say initially that it thought we would run? I think 40 something, right? So it's probably close. Although it's saying that I only have about 37 laps, it looks like, available on this tank. Or that's probably like until I have to come in or something. I don't know. We'll run a few more. Maybe we'll run like 5 laps so we can get like an average, a little better idea. It's also going to be using more gas when the car is heavier, I assume. So I think over time it's probably going to use less gas, maybe? I don't really know if that's a thing.
for you.
I also don't think I can tell anywhere how many, like when I've gotten my 5-lap average. Yeah, it doesn't really tell me anything, so I have no idea how many laps I've actually done. Because math is hard. All right, we'll do 2 more. I think that should be it.
New fast lap for you.
I got a good run out of that turn, and then this uphill is just so slow because of, I'm assuming, the weight of the car is so much heavier. All right, 1 more lap, and then that should give me my average, my 5-lap average. Okay. So my 5-lap average is about 0.51 gallons. So call it 0.5. My last one was 0.52, so. Oh, is there someone else on the track that I just, sorry about that, dude. So it's about roughly a half a gallon. It's 20.5 gallons. So yeah, I can run about like 39 or so laps or so. Oh, duh. It's right there. So on a full tank, 39.45. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so I think it's only going to be just one pit stop. Because if I can run 40 laps, I believe that's an hour. It might be close. It might be dang close. So there might be a strategy here of only adding like a third. Okay, let's do this. Hold on, let's see. Time to math. Okay, so let's say on a full tank, I get 20.5 gallons. Whoops, hold on. We'll assume 40 laps. We're gonna actually do, oops, 38. 38 to be a little bit more conservative. That might not be conservative enough, but it's close. Okay. So 38 laps times, and it takes 80 seconds a lap, 30/40 divided by, wait, hold on, what was that? That's how many, oh, divided by 60. And this will be how many minutes. So I can only run 50 minutes on a tank. So the question then becomes, I'm going to have to pit twice. So do I fill up completely, run a full entire stint, fill up again completely, and then come in for a short top off? I don't think that that's right. I don't think that that's like the best way to go. I think what I probably should do is divide it up into 3 equal stints. Or maybe like where the first 2 stints are a little bit longer than the last one. And ideally, I would make it so trying to think here, like one of them I could maybe get all 4 tires or something. Or maybe I just get like 2 tires, you know, each time. This is turning into be something way more complicated probably than what it needs to be. Okay, but if we do this, if we do, it's 80 seconds. Okay, it's a 2-hour race. So 2 hours. Whoops, clear. So 120 minutes for the race times 60. The whole race is going to be 7,200 seconds. Divide that by, oh wait. Yeah, I think I didn't need to really do that. So it's going to be about 90 laps ish. So then if I divide that out, I would divide it out into like, I mean, if I did 3s, it'd be 30. So every 30 laps I would come in. I mean, 20.5 gallons gets me 38 laps. So that means 30 laps is going to take about 15 gallons, which is enough to get 2 tires, 2 2 left side tires. Or if I can fill up like 16.5 gallons of fuel, then I can take 4 tires. So maybe what I do is I start with like 16.5 gallons of fuel. I'll start with 17. Okay, here, let me write this down. So 17 gallons of fuel will be about 33 laps. I can do 32 just to be safe. And then I come in and I do another 17 gallons. And that pit stop is going to take away some laps total, or some laps as well. And we said it was going to be about 90 laps, right? If it's 7,200 seconds for the whole race, and it takes 80, let's do 83 on average per lap. It's about 86.5 laps. So we'll have done 64. So pit number 2, I'll be 64 laps. I'll have 20, like 2 or 23 more laps to go. Which will require 13 gallons of fuel, let's say. And that's way over the threshold for being able to add 2 tires. All right, so I think that's the ticket. I start with 17 gallons. I pit again for 17. And then I let crew chief fill my tank up at the end, I believe. I'm hoping that it works that way. I don't know if I'll probably override it at first just to make sure for the first pit stop. And then the second stop, I won't touch anything and just let it go other than changing the 2 tires. So I'm going to have to remember that once I get on the pace lap, I need to put in 17 gallons of fuel and 4 tires. Get that out of the way. I'll come in at the appropriate time whenever I run out of gas. And then on my second stint, I need to change to 2 left side tires while I'm driving. And then that's it. And the gas will work itself out. Will be automatic. All right. Let's just assume that this is going to work. like I said, I really don't need. The other thing is the weather might play something into this too. It's supposed to be potentially rainy, but we're just gonna roll with it. I think that that's gonna be right. I think it's all gonna be fine that way. Hoping to find out, whoops, like how the calculations work. So I'm wondering if maybe when I get into the race, I keep doing that because I'm holding down shift. I'm assuming that my fuel, it's gonna have it added for me already, and then I can make an adjustment, I think. All right, let's look at this. Okay, I have that correct. This will send a fuel command macro in iRacing at the moment you enter the pit lane. The fuel calculation is pretty good at estimating how many full laps are in an iRacing time-based race, including for multi-class. However, keep in mind that estimating laps remaining for multi-class is really difficult due to track positioning relative to the faster class, so always err on the side of caution and make sure you finish the race. Have a look at the properties and make sure they align with your risk tolerance. So, fuel extra laps, enduro races. Add this many extra laps of fuel for road endurance races, 60 plus minutes, tracks less than 10 kilometers. In addition to the reserve, to account for errors in race length predictions. Okay. When estimating the laps remaining in the race, treat the leader as if their pit stop will be the same length as ours. If this is disabled, we assume that they do not stop, and therefore we may overestimate the laps, which is safer. Bind a voice command, time the stop to a button, and make sure you use it in your practice sessions. Either do a stop and go, or use roughly the amount of fuel you expect to use in the race. You can record multiple data points for different series or endurance racing with full tanks. This will be saved to benchmark so that your crew chief knows how much time a pit stop will cost in the race. That has two benefits. Firstly, it'll be deducted from the race time, which can mean one less lap of fuel in some situations. Secondly, it means he can give you pit exit estimates when he tells you about the pit window being open. Lets you know stopping early will let you exit into clean air. Can also bind the voice command, where will I be after a stop, to get this information anytime you want. Be careful not to benchmark full tank pit stops or pit stops to repair damage if you're planning to run shorter form sprint races. So basically you can train it, which is interesting. Like, I'm assuming... My assumption here is that if I only start with 17 gallons, if I run stint 1, and then if... My question is, when I come into the pits, is it going to add a full tank? I guess I can test it. Oh, it says chance of rain is none now. That's good. It said this unlikely earlier, but it had like a 23% chance of rain, which was kind of crazy. Can I? Like, this isn't going to put me in a race, right? Maybe I can't back out of it. Because I need to be in a race session so I can see, or so I want to start the race with basically no fuel. And then I want to go into the pit and see if it forces 20.5 gallons on me. Which I'm assuming it does. All right. All right, so basically I just want to do the race. I don't even need AI, to be honest. I guess I'll just race against one. Yeah, K-Monster, I'm hanging out. I mean, I can do whatever. I have at least probably like an hour and a half until I have to leave. I'll load up on Discord. All right, cool. I'll be around. That beep is going to be annoying. I guess I need to turn that off. Okay, there we go. All right, so I want basically how much is in the original one? Also, there's no safe race, safe qualifying, EE. There's no enduro. But there's 14.3 gallons, and I think I wanted like 17. But this is fine. Let's see.
One lap to green. Line up on the left side. Closed. Pit road is closed.
I'm really just curious. I'm just curious what how much gas it gives me when I go in. So we'll see here. Oh, looks like the track is a little wet. That's interesting.
Going green.
So it looks like I can't go into the pits. I'm gonna have to do one lap.
Green flag, green flag. Pit road is now open.
I mean, it's kind of good to feel what this track feels like when it's a little wet. So just in case it happens during the race. All right. So it's currently set to 0 gallons because I haven't entered pit lane. Once I enter pit lane, it should change it automatically. All right, it's not adding any.
5, 3, 2, 1. Right here. Go, go, go!
But also that auto fuel is not supposed to be on. It's supposed to be off. Like it's supposed to be grayed out. I know it's somewhere around here. I do need to go in and set my windshield wipers anyway. Oh wait, I gotta look up how I do that. Oh, Control Alt W. Oh, interesting. Okay, this headlight flash cannot be set to that. Okay. So I need this button assigned to Control-Alt-W. Okay, so that works. Am I missing something else though? I don't think so. Maybe I should have it not be toggle but turn it on. Let me redo that. Okay, so now they'll go for as long as until I stop it. I think everything else is fine. I can still talk. Yeah, that's working. I can talk on the mic or in the voice chat. Okay, so really it's just I need to turn off that auto fuel or whatever. How do you disable auto fuel? Is that with just the I? Scroll down to put, actually I can. All right, let's see if there's... Okay, so auto fueling is off, so that's fine. So I think it just wasn't faded or shaded out or grayed out because I wasn't in a race, I'm imagining. Okay, so that's all set correctly. Yeah, so I think it's fine. It's just weird that it wasn't like refueling for me when I entered the pits in that test session. Not sure why. Box in 5. Okay, so this is when I came into the pits. So it said I had about 91 laps remaining. So I think it's just because I didn't run as, like, I think I need to run a few more laps in order for it to like figure it out. Yeah, I think it just, yeah, it just didn't have enough time to calculate, I don't think. And those controls are set for everywhere, I believe. All right. I think I'm just gonna go in, like, this doesn't matter. I just want to try to finish the race. I do want to put a little bit of time in and try to figure things out though. So I think I'm just gonna go into it with my initial plan of doing 17 gallons, all 4 tires the first time around. And then the second pit stop is just gonna be shorter. So I'll just do 2 left sides and call it a day. I also don't really know why I'm doing only left sides. Let me see. That just seems to be what like everybody says to do. So, where's the start line? So the start line is right here. So this is on, so there's 1, 2 on the left-hand side tires, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So there's basically 6 turns that affect the left-hand side tires. So now let's see how many affect the right-hand side. So 1, 2 coming down the hill. This, I don't think it really counts. This doesn't really count, but it's the wrong way. Yeah, it's only 3. So in theory, there are 2 times as many left-handers, as many right-hand turns as are left-hand turns, which means the left side tires are going to be used twice as much as the right. So that's why you replace the left side. Okay. So I think that's good. I think we have it figured out for the most part. As long as crew chief puts the right gas in, and I'll make sure that I like as I come into the pits, I'll make sure to watch that. And if it doesn't add at least 17 gallons, or it might add more than that, then I'll lower it. But if it doesn't add anything, then I'll just be aware that I need to add it or bump it up or whatever.
Level 8. Goddamn. Cheers, you guys.
Like, what the heck is this? Sorry, that was like music overload. So I always see like these like whatever these like little headline that that Twitch is trying to market, and it's just crazy. Like, so I guess she's just a DJ. It looks like she's not even doing anything. I don't know. I don't know anything about DJing, but it looks like she's just like, I don't know. Just, I don't know. It doesn't look like she's actually doing anything, but I don't know. Like, is she listening to the music right now, or is she like listening to the future and like, mixing it together, mixing what we're going to be hearing next or something? Like, I don't know. I don't really understand how DJing works, but. Also, I wonder how long she like farts. I wonder how long she streams for.
I've always been passionate about no fees or minimums on checking accounts.
Aren't you in the Hall of Fame?
And didn't you live in space?
What's in your wallet?
What's up, Slay? How we doing, honey? How was your stream? Are we still streaming? Ah, you are still streaming. Hey, yo. I see you.
Okay, Grandma, I fixed it.
Other wire.
Not doing anything. I'm thinking about doing these micros in about 12 minutes here. I love me some micros. Also want some music, so that's my music.
Go on, it's down. Go get it.
There it is.
Go get it. I put it down.
Not the weekend. I don't wanna wait. I don't wanna wait. I don't wanna wait. Got no reason not to celebrate. It's a party. And I'm in the deep end, everything about you. I'm just trying to dive right in. And spend the nightlife, and it's with another life. The love weekend.
I might pop open a race, I don't know.
Where at?
Not sure yet. Might thinking either the track that we just raced at yesterday, or maybe Eldora, just to up something up.
Eldora?
Sure. Possibly. I might see about running a 410 there just for shits and giggles.
410 it? Ooh, Eldora. I want in. If you put one up, I will put one up after you. We may have more people too. Come out, join us, Slay. Come try some dirt races with us. After the room gets open.
I just have to make sure that I keep flipping back and forth between the racing and it on my OBS because I didn't do too well yesterday. I gotta start remembering to do that.
You don't have the 410s? Boo.
the 410s free?
No.
They've been free for me since I joined iRacing.
I had to pay for them when I joined.
No, I'm pretty sure I've had. Hold up.
Yep.
I'm gonna look. Micro Sprint, yeah, Dirt Sprint car.
He only has a
But then
micro
again,
sprint.
Yeah, I joined like quite a few years back too, so.
Oh, that's the difference, probably. Sad. I saw it, Slay. I know you don't have it.
Yeah, a friend of mine sat there the other day.
Maybe
and
next
opened
race
up
if you want to get in.
Opened up a mini stock race at Eldora the other day, and it was just a shit show.
Shit show and a half.
It's not that nobody could race, but it was just the fact that we had like 3 people come in that were blippy, basically.
Check your tabs, Slay. Check your tabs. You got sports car up there. You gotta change it to dirt oval. Nope. Shop.
Session name.
Thank you, thank you.
Change the tab that says sports car to dirt oval. Yep. There we go. Dirt oval.
No.
Sprint car. Dirt sprint car right there. No, not that. Yup. Wing sprint car. Yes. Wing sprint car. The one with the wing on it. Dirt sprint car. It's right there.
Would you like me to set you as an admin, Jocelyn?
I see.
If you want to.
I thought it was the other one that like I already have.
No better than I do, so.
I see. I thought it was that one. The other one that like I already. The Dirt Micro Sprint.
Dirt micros are so cute.
The Dirt Micro Sprint.
Fire 5 minutes. How many laps would you like to do?
Eldora?
Yeah.
30, 35?
What? You want to go back outside now? You want to go back outside?
Just let me know when it opens up. Titties! We need to take a cheers, chat. Exclamation point, cheers in the chat, even though it may not be working. It implies the same thing. Nope. It didn't work.
He's gonna get his fingers slapped in about 2 seconds.
Cheers.
Cheers. I don't know.
Extra pairs.
It didn't work. Me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say.
Yo, what up?
I can't hear you. I'm it that way.
Nothing. What kind of time you got?
Let me see. Let me see if I can look up his flight. Yeah, it's supposed to land at 6. That's 20 minutes from now. And then it's going to take at least a half an hour, probably like 45 minutes after that for it to be remotely close to him being back.
Oh.
So I have like an hour at the minimum, maybe like an hour and 10, hour and 15, hour and 20, depends on like traffic and stuff. I think I got all my gas figured out. Not that like it really matters, but
What all were you trying to figure out?
Trying to figure out like how many laps the race is going to be, how much gas I use per lap, and then how that's going to play into pit stops with regards to if I can or can't take tires. So I did test to see like how long it takes to get 4 tires, and then how much gas I can input in that same amount of time. And then I did it for 2 tires and 1 tire. And so I've concluded that it's going to be a 2-stop race. I think, actually, you know what? I bet you there are going to be people that try to do it in 1 stop. It would just require a lot of fuel saving, which might be close.
Chill.
Yeah.
Like,
my bad.
How chill?
Okay. So it's a 2-hour race. Hold on, let me pull up my cheat sheet.
Oh my god.
Okay, it is a 2-hour race, which is roughly gonna be about 86.5 laps. That's without a pit stop. So call it like 86. Let's just say 86 laps. Less if you, probably 85 laps if you have to do 2 pit stops. Anyway, 86 laps. A full tank of gas is 38 laps. So that's 76. Oh, so you wouldn't be able to do that. You would have to save 10 laps of fuel. I don't think that's possible.
How much can you save?
That's what I don't really know. But I'm assuming it's like if
lap.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like a lap, maybe 2 at the most, you know? Like, because if you do if you do like, let's call it 40 laps a tank, like how much could you possibly like save in those 40 laps to gain that many more laps, you know? I mean, okay, let's say this. It takes pretty much exactly a half a gallon for 1 lap at full out. So let's say that I save enough to be to only use 0.45 per lap. So if I have a 20.5 gallon tank and I use 0.45, that's, oops. Oh, it's 45.5 laps instead of 38.
So that's 7 laps, right? No. Yeah.
Yeah, an additional 7 laps, which would be an additional 14 laps over 2 stints.
Yeah.
And I only need an additional what did I say? It's 38, so 80, 76. I get 76. I only need an additional 10 or 12 laps, and I'm going to have an additional like 14. So I bet you $1 million people are going to do that. But then the question becomes like, A, can you even do, like, can I save 100, like a half of a tenth of a gallon per lap? Can I, like, is that even possible? But then beyond that is that going to be, how much time am I going to lose doing that versus going full out and taking 2 stops instead of 1? So like the first stop is going to take 36 seconds. The second, in my calculations, or in like my plan, was going to be 36 seconds for the first one, and then something like, let's call it like 25. Might be a little more than that. Let's say 30 just to be safe. So 36 seconds plus for the first stop, 30 seconds, I think, for the next stop. So that's like 66 seconds worth. So if I only do one stop, like, so if I take out basically a 30-second pit stop, if I'm running like a second slower per lap to do this, then it's not going to be worth it. Because I'm going to be running, I know it's a lot. Because if I run, like, if each lap is a second slower and I have 86 total laps, that's 86 seconds slower. And I only need, or one extra pit stop is only 30 seconds long. So like basically I'd be saving fuel to only take one pit stop, but that one pit stop that I'm saving, which is like 30 seconds, I'm going to be adding 86 seconds onto my time just because I'm going a second slower per lap.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't make sense. Yeah. And also like, come on, like I'm not like in this to like try to play that precise of like strategy. I was just curious like what I'm kind of looking at. So I think I'm just going to stick with my plan. I'm going to start with 17 gallons. I'm going to use it all up. I'm going to come in and I'm going to pit again for 17 gallons. That'll get me 4 fresh tires. And then I'll run out. For the second pit stop, I only need 13 gallons. And that's enough time. I can put two tires on. Like, that's the other thing. I don't know, like, the car holds 20.5 gallons. Is it best to do like a full gallon to start the race? I'm assuming not, right? I'm assuming you would want lower gallons so the car is lighter. But then if you do fill it up all the way, then that means your second or your first and second pit stop will be shorter because you'll be putting less fuel in each time. But yeah, this is all even assuming that I don't crash on lap 2. Like, it's putting way too much thought into it for like what's probably going to end up happening. But I do like kind of like understanding it a little bit, at least on kind of what I'm looking at. Oh, she's practicing.
Yeah, I'm slow.
All right, I'm gonna join up. I'm gonna go potty quick, but then I'm gonna join in. All right, be right back. So I went to the grocery store for the second time today. I mean, not for the second time today. The first time today, but it's the second time that I've gone and forgot that the workers are on strike. It's at a King Soopers, which is basically, it's a Kroger brand. And so, you know, I'm not gonna go there. Like, I want to help, like, support them. And so I go there and see they're on strike, and I'm like, damn it, I forgot again. So I go drive to the next one, and it fucking dawns on me that, like, I've gone to this grocery, like, there's two of them. There's a Safeway and there's a King Soopers. We go to each one all the time. Like, you know, we don't go to just one or the other. It's like whatever we feel like going to. But for the last, like, week or two, every time I've gone to Safeway, the lines have been, like, super long. And so I go today and I'm like, fuck, this parking lot is so packed. And it finally dawns on me that everybody's avoiding the other fucking grocery store because everybody's supporting the workers. I was like, holy shit. Like, I didn't put two and two together. She's slow, but she's P1.
I mean, out of like 4 people.
Hey, take it.
Car on your left, clear on the left.
I've done that twice to you. I did it last time too. Like, I slowed down there thinking you can get around, and then I feel like it, like, totally fucks you over. I figured out that I'm losing, according to my fast lap, which is whatever, like in the 21s. It's because of this straight, because I don't get a good enough run at the base of the hill. I was like 4/10 off just from this straight. Everything else, it was fine. beep. Yeah, but also like that's probably one of the better times that I've actually done that corner. Like I haven't quite figured it out. I lose a lot of time there a lot of times, so I'm not really consistent with it. I think the important part is to take it a lot slower than you think, because you need to be able to get on the gas like before the apex. And if you go into it too hot, then you can't, and then it like just screws everything over, like all your momentum. So I think like when you turn that left-hander, you can get on, you can give it a little more gas for that little tiny stint before the right-hander, but you don't want to be on the throttle too much. You want to get off of it pretty quickly. So like this part right here, just a little bit of gas and then off. Here I come.
New fast flat for you.
All right, get on this left-hand side down this hill. That should be a good lap, bro.
Yeah,
Just check your fast lap of the session.
Woo, spec it first.
Oh, damn. No, I'm trying to distract you.
This track is pretty good.
Yeah, the only thing that sucks about it is you can't pass anybody. Like once you get into a spot of where you're relatively close to everybody, like in terms of your lap time or whatever, it's like impossible to pass. Cause like the best place to do it is like down here, like to dive bomb, and like that's not gonna be good for anybody.
We cruise it.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you bastard.
Oopsies.
How fast should we be going?
Low 22s is fantastic.
I mean, I think I could do that a lot if I was in the draft and stuff. I don't know if
Yeah.
I can do that qualifying. Do you stop on the gas right at the end of this curve?
Yeah, right back there.
The first curve?
Say it again when you go back around, so I know what you're talking about.
I'll break you. Or don't let off the speed. I literally think it saves you no time at all. But it is very fun.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't push you too wide. Like as long as you can maintain that inside line, then you're good.
I definitely only do it like right.
All right, tell me when.
So like on the gas, on the gas, on the gas. That's what's like that curve back.
Ooh, yeah.
Alright, let's do it. This time. Box, box.
Box, in.
Pit box in 10,
Oh, that's bad. I mean, it wasn't the worst, but it was.
5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
I went too far.
All clear. Punch it.
I need gas, homie. How many gallons do you
Is this the setup for open is like 14 point something, I think.
All clear. Punch it. We're done. Get going. Okay, go.
Hold on, let me check my phone quick, see if Lance has texted. Oh shit, it said it landed 20 minutes ago. So he's probably gonna be getting to the, like an Uber soon, and it's probably like a 35-minute drive, so.
Girl, why are we so fat?
What?
Why are we so fat?
Fat or fast?
Both.
I swear both times you said fat, but I'm like, no, surely he said fast. Nobody like stands a chance against us, basically, is what it comes down to. I think they're at the Nürburgring, the Grand Prix version, next week.
Oh. That's interesting. I wonder if the Grand Prix version is fun.
I think
Are you
it's
doing this thing tomorrow?
10 o'clock your time. Yeah. It's twice now that I've almost lost it right there. Kicked out and had to save it. Robert Moriarty. Woo! Let me save you some time. Get out of that car, girl. Although there was in Malone's race, there was a Porsche that was like P3 or something. Oh my God, he's all over the place.
Yeah, if you cut that too tight, it's bad. Don't do that. Oh, all right.
Focus, focus.
Oh, all right. Little bumper.
Clear.
Oh, I was slowing down to let you by. Crap. I was like doing really well, and so I was like, okay, I gotta get this fast or else I'm gonna lose like all that time, and then yeah, I screwed it up. Yeah?
Yeah, a little bit. It's just a big momentum mobile. But it's like two Formula V's were glued together to a bus.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds.
It is crazy how they all feel different.
Yeah. Way different. You brake less hard than I do. And that like skips you up like a little 10th or something there.
Yeah, try to brake earlier but lighter. In everywhere you are. Like, you really don't need to brake very hard here other than the downhill. And all it's gonna do is slow you down so you'll be able to you'll be able to stay at the limit more instead of slowing down too much by slamming on the brakes. And then that means overall your average speed is faster. So this one up here especially, like, we're just real light.
Right at the top crest.
Right here. So yeah, and then like, yeah, and then like you feather throttle. Cheat code. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I may have just like buzzed him. Womp womp.
You just hanging.
Yep. Go! Come on! Go! Damn it! 22.008. I wanted fun with getting the fucking 21s.
What are like the elites doing?
Like, I think they can do like 21 like 4s or like 21 3s, 21 4s maybe.
God, the nearest person to me is 3/10, and the nearest person to me is 5. Why? What's happening? No one badly all around. Okay.
All right, clear.
Ooh, I just had a stutter for some random ass reason. And my windshield wipers came on at the same time, which is kind of weird.
So what's the format tomorrow? What's happening?
It's just 2 hours here with this and LMP3s.
Absolutely doo-doo laps are like high 22s now.
Car on your left. Clear.
Time for you to go.
I need to check my phone at least.
You've got some damage. Let's get that.
He's got 32 minutes.
Woo.
If I can do a few more laps. We'll do 10 minutes and then I'll hop out. Unless you head out
Have you guys
earlier.
watched Severance yet?
I have not. I don't know if he has.
So good.
What's it even about?
It's about how weird it is working in a cubicle farm, basically, but it's like a thriller, kind of.
Ooh.
It's like super intense, like as intense as any show I've ever watched, kind of thing. Like the end of the first season. I don't know. It's on Apple TV. It's free. It's worth watching, I think. Oh, also it has like a really mature gay romance between Christopher Walken and John Turturro.
All right.
And it's like essential to the story, and it's like super interesting. I don't know, you might like it.
Yeah.
This person's driving so bad.
Clear on the right.
It me.
So it's 2 hours, and there's one pit stop.
2 pit stops. 1 if you try to fuel save. But it just doesn't, yeah, it just doesn't seem like it's worth it. I don't know. I don't know much about it to know, so. Like fuel saving in general. And it says rain unlikely. But the yesterday when I looked, it said like 23% chance, but it said unlikely. Today when I looked, it said 0% chance, so hopefully that sticks. That'll open up a whole another can of worms that I don't know how to deal with.
Yeah, that'd be great. So what time are you gonna get up and get on?
Probably around like 9 maybe, I guess. I think it's like proven to be pretty popular since because this is the first season that these races have came out. So I'm expecting it to be pretty busy. Like, I'm assuming I'll be second split, but fuck, maybe I'll even be third. I don't know.
Did you get any iRacing today?
No, I haven't raced anything. All right, fix it. Correct.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not trying at all. Like it's not
Good.
Like, super hard.
Yeah.
I guess that's when it gets easier.
Yeah, you don't have to think about it as much.
These poor guys were wrecking. They just fucking wrecking.
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's gonna be, I'm gonna be curious to go to like other tracks and see.
Yeah, it sounds like a fucking tractor, which makes it even better.
All right, one more lap after this.
Okay, sounds good.
Car on your left. Clear.
Damn it.
Felt like I was in a Cadillac DeVille around that quarter. It was like so fucking
Yeah.
lofty.
I fucking rammed the curb.
That it?
Yeah.
Car on your left. Right side. Clear.
Yeah, that's the most fun. All right.
Kind of match.
Yeah, they do. Similar, like multiple colors and shit.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, have fun. Talk to you later.
All right, yeah, bye.